What happens if he runs and loses?
He'll be back in office before 2024, I believe.
Oh, you do? Like, you think he'll be back in? How come?
I think that the election fraud will be proven, and I think he'll be rightfully put back in place.
And tell me about that fraud a little bit. What is it that you think is going to happen between now and before 2024 that will put him back in?
Well, I think if the Supreme Court looks at everything and all the evidence, I think that the President Biden will be taken out.
And if that doesn't happen, let's just go to the ifs, because that's where I'm going. If it doesn't happen, if he's not in before 2024 and if he loses in 2024, what will you do?
We'll just keep living. Yeah. Jesus is ultimately the king.
President Biden was on TV and said that they pulled the biggest corrupt election ever, and that's why he didn't go out and campaign. There was thousands of votes in a row for him in them unmanned boxes, for him only, not like one for Trump in between 1,000 or 2,000 votes. That's impossible.
And Biden said that.
Yes.
I did a little research. The last time that a sitting for your president didn't run for re-election as president was in 1880. The election before that was in 1876. Samuel B. Hayes. So that was arguably the most crooked election in American history. I hope we look back on history and look at the 2020 election and say there was something wrong.
He won the last election, in my opinion. I know you can't say that, but that's what I truly believe.
Why do you think that?
Because there was so much going on that wasn't legitimate, like the ballots under the tables and people finding ballots on the streets in the bigger cities, and they've already proven that a lot of them, they've found a lot of them and a lot of things that went wrong.
Oh, yeah, I think there was a lot of problems in the last election, and I think it was a gift because I think it's opened our eyes up and woke the nation up to really what's going on in this country. You know, so it was a gift in that aspect.
The people that counted the votes won the election.
Do you think that that Joe Biden won the election, that he's the properly elected president?
No.
What makes you say that?
Just watching TV and knowing what goes on behind the scenes, especially with the voting machines, mail-in ballots, there's all just too much room to cheat. They didn't quit counting the votes till 5 days after the election.
Do you know, a lot of people are saying, though, that because there's so many, because we were in the middle of a pandemic, so many votes coming in late, it does take a while to count votes. Some states don't even certify for weeks after an election in any year. So
Mitch McConnell said about 3 days after the election, he said, it seems like there's no end to the votes coming in.
And so
we're all one-sided.
I think there's cover-up here and there and maybe not here and there, so.
What were you suspicious of?
Well, just the way the election went off. I mean, I've watched every election for decades now. I'm quite old.
No, you're not.
And I've never seen an election that turns around in the middle of the night the way that one did. And when anything's done in the dark, you know it's not normal. It's not right.
The people who would push back, and I'm a reporter, so I've got to do my job here, would say that it was unlike any other election because people couldn't go to vote in many places because of a pandemic that we were going through. And a lot of those, there was such an influx of mail-in ballots, it couldn't be counted till Election Day in many states. Does that change your opinion of how it went down?
No, I think that's too convenient, don't you?
It didn't sit well because I think if you could say it was stolen or not, I think there was a lot of compromises, and that's what makes a lot of people believe that it was actually taken away because there was a lot of things done that was not normally done.
Even though there was a pandemic?
Yes.
No, it was not. I would rather have Trump win because he supports our military 100%. And our military is what keeps our freedom.
Do you think President Biden supports the military?
No.
Even though he's a military father who lost a son, not in the military, but whose son served in the army?
I mean, I can understand that 100%, but it's more he's not supporting our military. Like Trump, he's been supporting our military for years. Most of his fortune has went towards our military for newer arms and stuff like that. Trump is keeping our Second Amendment. And I'm a concealed carrier, so it's like, I want to keep my Second Amendment, not get rid of it. What happens if somebody breaks in my house?
Oh, man, you don't have enough time for the 2020 election, my boy. That's it, right? You don't have enough time for the 2020 election.
Yeah, it really doesn't matter. It's over now.
A lot of people, that support Donald Trump don't have that same outlook. A lot of them are saying, there's still.
Well, it's not going to change. Think whatever you want to think. It's not going to change. So
that's what's so great about Iowa is you get the plain spokenness.